Yo, what's going on, fam? You back at it again. Man, I just look at my freaking... Let's look at the time, man. It's already noon. It's like time never goes by fast when you want it to, you know? Like, frig, I wish it went by this fast last night. It was tough, man. It was really tough. I couldn't even look at my phone. It's just like anything. I needed to distract myself to not fall asleep. And it was the hardest thing I had to do, man. I'm telling you. It was incredible. It was like almost like torture. So, I mean, the willpower that I have, man, it's just like how you can function off of like an hour or two of sleep. You know? And you're never fully functional. You're just like, you're always like half awake, half asleep. So, but I've already, you know, anybody who's been in this situation already knows what that's like. So, I'm you know, pretty much preaching to the choir here. Everybody already knows, so. But it's just crazy because, like, I don't want to be, like, looking like I'm, like, crazy because, like, my head's, like, bucking or whatever. Like, you can't fight that shit. You know? If only people knew, man. You know? They're coming here after like 8 hours or 10 hours, like, you know? I don't even get a fourth of that. Like, shit, even 4 hours is like, like any sleep, even 2 hours, bro, in a bed is you know, it's gonna beat 2 hours sleeping on a bench, you know, or on a table, or anywhere where you're not laid out flat. It's just, that's just what it is, man. So, alright, so you know what? This video we're going to be talking about, I'm going to talk about a couple of things, you know? Talk about, you know, social anxiety. I'm going to talk about a little bit about depression, because, you know, anxiety and depression, they go hand in hand. And then lastly, I want to talk about relationships, because that's something that's really been bothering me. Like, I'm constantly thinking about it, man. It's always, well, I guess because of where I'm staying right now, like, you know, I'm at the ball every day. That's really what's, you know, getting to me the most. Is seeing these people, you know, just the way how they interact with each other. It's, you know, I just can't believe how envious it's making me. And not only envious, but it's making me, I don't want to say angry or furious, but it makes you somewhat annoyed that you don't have that. And I probably will never get that. You know? And before I even go any further into that, yo, shout out to, he goes by the name of Emmy. I'm just going to call him Emmy, you know? I mean, we've been talking a little bit on, you know, through email exchange and just been messaging. And he's a real cool guy, man. Like, he just messaged me out of the blue. I think he was responding to one of my ads or whatever that I put out. I was homeless and I was really struggling, and I pretty much went in deep. Like, I didn't even care who read it. I was just putting it out there. You know what I mean? And yeah, he responded, and hold on. I just remembered my cord's attached to my bag, so I can't go too far. Oh shit! Damn it! I should have done that. Hold on. Gotta be careful, man. I don't want to be getting wet. Gotta find the dry spots. But yeah. He's just been messaging back and forth. You know what I mean? And he's a real cool guy, man. Like, you know, from what I could get anyway from the emails, like, you know, we have a lot of similarities. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why he reached out to me, because he felt the same way. You know, just with people, and you know, he went through his shit with depression and all that. You know, and yeah, he just felt a lot. He just felt, you know, I guess driven he had to respond. You know, almost like me. You know, when I see people, like I've even messaged people on, you know, Craigslist or Kijiji that look like they're trying to find a home and they can't or whatever, and I'll send them a message. I'll just be like, yo, hopefully you find one, because I know how tough it is out there. I've been looking for a place for a long time, and you know, people they don't care for you as much as they did before. It's just they're looking for that perfect candidate, you know. It's like so unrealistic. So yeah, that was real cool to reach out to me, and here's the thing, he reached out to me when I was like one of my worst days of my life, like that. I was thinking about committing suicide, like that one other video that I posted. Like I was so bad. I even responded to him. I was just like, yo, this might be the last time you ever hear from me, you know, because he was asking me to add him. And I was just like, yeah, I'll add you, but, you know, I don't know how I'm feeling. Like, I was feeling like complete dog crap. I was just like, what's the point, man? I'm probably going to off myself after this. And I kind of said that in a way that, like, you know, to drive them away, I guess. That's what depression and all that shit does to you. It isolates you, and, you know, you kind of unconsciously turn people against you, turn them away from you. And that's what I said. And then I was thinking about it later. After that, I was just like, man, this guy's probably never going to speak to me again. But no, hold and behold, he still was messaging me, still talked to me. He's just like, yo, I've been there. I hope you get through this, man. Like, you know, still giving me comfort. And to be honest, that got me through, man. That got me through. Just knowing that, like, you have to really think deeply about this. Like, there's a stranger. Like, he lives in my city, but, like, he's not in the city. You know what I mean? He's like on the outskirts or whatever, close to it. I don't know. He's in an area that I've never gone to, basically. And, you know, I've never met him in my life. We probably would have never crossed paths in real life. But here's a stranger just coming out, reaching out to me more so than, you know, anybody I could see or touch in reality. One second, guys. I just gotta deal with this. You know, and that's the type of thing you have to think about. Here's a guy who you don't even know, never met in your entire life. And, you know, he might not be helping you out financially, but he's acknowledging your presence. He's trying to give you something to keep going on by, you know, giving you hope to get through, you know. And like those type of things, man, you can't overlook that shit. It's easy to overlook that because you're going through your own suffering and your own hell, right? But it all comes down to, like, you know, when you're reflecting and stuff on things in your life, and, you know, some of the important people or the interactions that you have with people, you got to think about those type of interactions, especially in today's society where, you know, you, nobody gives a shit about you. Like, nobody even wants to talk to you. Like, everybody's on their phones, man. It's like everybody's in their own universe. And it's like you only can interrupt their time for like the briefest of times, you know what I mean? Or if I don't know, I don't even know. It's like it all comes down to them, like what's going on with them in that moment. Like, do I need to rush for work, or I need to rush to meet somebody, or it's the variations is endless, but more so than not, most people just don't want to talk with you in general, not on the street, unless you're a good-looking guy or a good-looking chick. That's basically what it comes down to, And part of that comes down to because, everybody's trying to sell you something, Everybody's trying to, like, sell you religion or trying to sell you a product, And it's annoying to have to be dealt with that every day, deal with that all the time, you know what I mean? A lot of people just, they close off, like, you know what I mean? And you can see it, man. They're extremely negative. Just like, I don't want anything to do with that. And because they closed off like that, then they're closed off in a lot of areas too, Like a homeless person wouldn't be able to approach a person like that. Because he just wouldn't be having him. He's already been blackened by that by those interactions, to the point now he doesn't want any sort of interactions unless it's in his benefit or unless he has to. That's basically what it comes down to. What interactions do you have to do and which interactions do you not have to do? And it comes down, and that's a sad world, because if we didn't have to interact with people, we're getting to that point right now, with smart everything and being able to order anything, anywhere. You literally don't have to speak a word to anybody if you don't want to. Like, you could just, if you had a good job, let's say you're a YouTuber, right? And you're making bank. Literally, you wouldn't even have to leave your seat if you didn't want to. If you're making a decent amount, I'm talking about if you're making, more than what most people make in a month. So, you can sit there in your chair, order on Walmart or any of these other, like if you're in the States, there's probably going to be way more options. Of course there is, But for most places, even Amazon, man, just go on Amazon, you can order everything on there, You even got like an Amazon store now that you can walk in and you don't have to speak to a single person. I think you just load your card on there or something on your, I don't remember the technicalities of how it works, but I just know it was just like everything's like wireless or paperless. You just walk in, get your shit, and walk out. And it's the same thing for online. Anything you want online, you just order it. It'll come straight to your door, So, interaction is becoming extinct, man. Soon everybody's going to be plugged into some artificial... Like, we already are with our phones and shit, right? But, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. What's more, like, there's gonna, like, just imagine where, like, you're gonna have, like, Wi-Fi everywhere, It's not just at the coffee shops, it's not just at, the banks or, pretty much any institution. It's just gonna be a global Wi-Fi everywhere. Like, that's insane to me, if you think about that. So everybody's gonna be jacked in all day, every day. You're never gonna be logged out. I mean, here's the thing with that. There's gonna be interactions, but they're all gonna be like artificial online AI kind of interactions. Not too much different from where we're at right now. Like, it's gonna be interactions, but it's all gonna be like online based interactions and shit. Like, we're probably gonna have like our own avatar that you're gonna be able to customize. Like, if you watch Black Mirror, have you ever seen? I think it was like one of the first or second seasons of Black Mirror, where like it was like a world that was just like, it's basically smart everything. You know what I mean? You ride on the treadmill all day, and that gets you like currency. Not currency that you use, that it's used for like everything. It's basically money, but like the way how what's the word, like capitalism is now, it's like you're pretty much taxed on everything. You know what I mean? And yeah, if you seen that one episode of Black Mirror with that dude from I don't remember his name, but he was used in the movie Get Out. Yeah, but once I see that episode, when I was first watching that, and I seen him in that, and I was just like, okay, this is gonna be a serious episode. Like, I already knew like they're gonna be going deep on that. So definitely watch that to kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's basically gonna be an always online world, and again, we're already there right now. Like, people are meeting online and really starting relationships and stuff like that. And I'm no different. I did that too. Like, part of my relationship, like the only real relationships I've ever had were like online ones. I never had like a real relationship with somebody that was like tangible, that was like I could touch and feel. And that was the reason why those relationships didn't work out for me personally. I can't do that, man. I can't be in a relationship with somebody and not be able to express any sort of like emotions or. Oh crap! I just plugged up my thing. Hold up. I think it's plugged up. Yeah, but I can't be in a relationship and not be able to reciprocate or show the person how I'm feeling. That's just too much. This is too much of a tease. That's like the ultimate tease. I guess some people could do it better than others, and I thought I was one of them. But I learned that lesson real quick, man. After like a few months, I had to let them go, man. And it's not even just. I mean, that was the major reason of it, but like at the same time, it's like I don't even know what you're doing from a day to day. Like I don't know who you interact with. Like, you could have some like two dudes on the side, for all I know. So it's just. Like oh man, yeah, I wouldn't want to go through that, man. So, I mean, there's so many things, and there are people that make it work, and for them, good for them, man. Good for them, because it's getting harder and harder to like meet people in real life. Especially if you don't use like those dating apps and shit. Good freaking luck, man. Good luck. Cause where are you gonna meet them? Oh, you're gonna meet them at the like library? Like who goes to the library? I mean, I mean, obviously people do, but like, who goes to the library to like meet a potential mate or whatever? You know, like we're all in good spots to meet them now. They're not like, I guess, bars and shit, bars, but you know the bars and the club scenes are dying off, man. Like soon the clubs are gonna be done because people are not going out to the club anymore or as much anymore. You know, most people are just choosing to stay in. Like, why are you gonna go to the club and spend like how much money when you got Netflix now and you got you got LCBO? You spend a fraction of what you would spend going out. Like basically, you're going out to the bar, or sorry, to the club to get laid. Like that's basically it, man. And even that, there's no guarantees. So it's like, why even bother? So, club scene's dying off. Bars. I mean, bars are still the thing, but for how long, who knows? And man, it's just hard, man. And this is why there's so much lonely people out there, man. There's so much lonely people. I mean, that in itself is like, that would take a long time to talk about the reasons for that, but like, it's just sad. It's sad that we have this many humans and like, this should be, and like everybody always said there's someone for everyone, and I it should be that, but that's not the case, man. Definitely not the case. There's some people that they're gonna have to like they're gonna have to ride solo, man. This is the society we live in that that we have people with nature, a hypergamous nature that just looking always trade up. And nobody wants to like go through the struggle of a real relationship. Like, you know how spoiled people are now? You know how much the internet has spoiled us? Like, nobody values relationships like that, and that's the thing for me too. Like, it hurts, man. It hurts not being able to. Because I'll be in the mall, man. I'll just be like, especially in the food court, man. Like, even just now, I just came from the food court. Just sitting beside this one family, man. This guy and I guess his wife or girlfriend, I don't know. He had a kid too. And you just hear their conversations and their interactions, and it's just like you envy that so much, man. Like, shit, it's already hard enough not having any friends in real life. Being socially isolated all the time, like that fucks with you big time. But then, the smaller things that could, make it ideal, so you wouldn't even have to worry about that. Like if you had a good wife and kids or whatever, like who cares about kind of a whole bunch of friends or whatever? I wouldn't. All you need is like a couple. 2 or 3 good friends, and I'm talking about good friends. I'm not talking about actually, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but you know what I mean, man. I just mean like, good people that you can value, that you can put your hope in. Like if you're in like the tightest bind of your life, like they'll be there with you. They wouldn't bail on you. And because it's so easy to just be like, that's not my problem, I'm dealing with enough on my plate, and that's totally understandable too, because you could be going through something too, but the people that are willing to bear the burden of both their lives and somebody else's crisis, like that, to me, that's Yeah, that's definitely like I don't even know what's like. I don't want to say best friend. Like that sounds too like childish to me. It's like way more than that, man. A soul buddy, you know. Like these guys are gonna ride with you through like till they die, pretty much, man. You know, like who, and those type of relationships. How do you even get to that point to like find people like that? I guess some people do. It all depends where you're at because there are people that are like soldiers in war, and I guess they create bonds and stuff with each other because they're putting their lives in each other's hands, right, all the time. So I guess for that, it just comes natural because they're already doing it anyway. You know, like they're fighting the physical battle. Now it's after they put their guns down, it's just the mental battle. And you really find out who your real friends are after that. So, me, unfortunately, I've never had anybody like that. I thought I did, but you only need like one situation to find out, how somebody really feels about you. So, yeah, since then I've just kept to myself, and that's usually how I do it. I don't let people in unless you showed me that you're worthy to be let in. And I'm not trying to say that in a way to sound narcissistic or I'm not saying that in that a way to say that I should be worshipped or in that sort of regard or anything like that. I don't have tolerance for that. For anything less than that. Anything less than that, I just consider like an acquaintance, And yeah, fine with being an acquaintance. There's nothing wrong with that. You can have a lot of acquaintances, but that's what they are. Acquaintance is like a fleeting relationship. It's nothing super tangible. It's like you could be gone tomorrow, and it wouldn't really change anything. So. Yeah, man. So I just wanted to drop that. Just talk about these things, man, because it's been affecting me. Seeing all these people together, and it's like nobody even cares either about each other too. Like, and I'm not saying this in a way to like. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I was inside the food court the whole time, and I was freaking starving, man. I haven't eaten anything all day, and I don't really have much to really go out. I'm trying to conserve whatever little I have left, and I was just so hungry, man. And I almost went and like picked up some of the food that people were throwing out. And I did it just because. No, I did it for a couple of reasons. One, because I go to that mall every day, as much as I can. And then there's gonna be familiar faces that see me. I don't want that on me. I don't want to get that judgment look. And a lot of them are Asians, and you know how they judge. Oh man, they're some of the worst judgers, man. They just give me that look like you're worthless to them. At least that's what I've gotten from. Okay, and don't get me wrong, I still love my Asians. Like I'm telling you, man, if I ever get a wife, it's gonna be an Asian wife. You know what I mean? But I'm just telling you, and it's not even all of them. It's just like the older ones, the older senior ones. They're like pissed all the time. It's them. They're the ones that give you that type of look. But yeah, I was just inside there, man. I was just like, I was so hungry. I was there for like 5 hours inside there, and so many people came by and sat behind me, sat beside me, and I never even had any food out for the whole time I was there. And it's like, I was just thinking, like, is there anybody that's gonna come by and ask, do you look like you want something? You want coffee, or you want an egg McMuffin or something? Like, just a sandwich or something, But no sympathy at all. We live in a day and age of where human suffering can be right in somebody's face, in people's faces, and they will still not do anything about it. Like, we already know what's going on with third world countries and poverty level, what's happening with them. And that's sad. We should be doing way more for them. Way more. I wish I could, man. I wish I could, but it shouldn't be one person that does it. It has to be a global thing. It can't just be all on one person or one organization. Because I don't even trust organizations. A lot of them are corrupt. So, but either way, I'm just saying, like, it's a collaborative work to get that shit done, to deal with that shit. But we're so focused and fixated on ourselves and our own selfish lives, and our meaningless endeavors that we do over here, that we never see the bigger picture. Even when it's right in our face. And like I said, it's not even just me. There are guys that even look even more like, you can tell they're homeless. And people still don't help them out. Like, there's some over here. Like, I'm about to walk by. There's like 2 homeless people, and they have like Tim Hortons cups. People give them their change and shit, but still not enough, man. It's still not enough. I'm freaking hungry right now, so I'm gonna figure something out. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to record this video, man. It's been on my mind for a while, and I had to get it out there. I didn't record a video yesterday, so I just thought I'd drop 2 videos, But yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. I'm gonna go back inside. Man, it's a beautiful day today, man. Beautiful day, especially after all that cold weather we've been having. Like, I don't like hot weather, but when you're homeless, man, you learn to love it, man. You learn to, you crave for it every day, and it's praying for it to be hot, for that sun to be out. So, all right, well, that's it for today, guys. So, catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.